Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the virtual class of Fundamentals of Management. Now, in this lecture, we are going to learn our next topic is hierarchy of objective. In the last lecture, we have learned about the types of objective, advantages and limitations of objective, characteristics of objective, and objective related point. But in this lecture, we are going to learn about the hierarchy of objectives. But before going to start this point, we must clear about the meaning of hierarchy. Hierarchy means layer of objectives. Like in a pyramid, we can say that there are many layers. Like in a management objective, we can say that there are three layers: top level, middle level, and bottom level of the organization. So these levels or these steps called hierarchy. So how in the organizations hierarchy can be managed? Which types of questions can be covered under the each hierarchy of the objectives? So here we can say that the hierarchy of objective is a tool that helps analyze and communicate the project objectives. It organizes these objectives into different level of a hierarchy or trees. Clear? So hierarchy is nothing but one type of level of objectives, like step by steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Likewise layer, and this whole layer called hierarchies. Okay, in a large scale business unit there is a multi-sectional, multi-level structure. It is essential to maintain hierarchy of objective. The hierarchy of objective depends on the structure of the organization. The objectives are incorporated as per the basis of aim of the organization structure, and only then business activities can be made possible. For the whole unit, long-term objectives are determined. Similarly, for sectional activities, medium term, and for the functions, person oriented short term goals are determined. Different level of objectives are inter supplemented each other. Consequently, a chain of objectives is prepared in which all the objectives of the units are arranged in a hierarchical order. If objectives are arranged in a chain, then only they bring in result and give success to the unit. In the same manner, it is also essential that there is coordination among all the department, then only the main objective can be achieved. Different departments like production, sales, finance, personnel, etc. are interconnected. Hence, for achieving the main objective, coordination is a must. Okay, so here the objectives, like in a step by steps, hierarchy wise, like the first objective of every organization is aim, then micro objectives, then main departments objectives, like main sections objectives, sub department objectives, objectives of working group, individuals objectives, and this objective must be covered under like these types of questions. Here, what is our business, consumer oriented or profit business, etc. So here we can say that in a pyramid there are 7 layers of objectives, or there are hierarchy of 7 objectives. So first objective must be in the organization is about the aim, about the goal of the organization. So how we can decide the aim of the business? With the help of particular question, like question number 1, what is our business? On the basis of our business we can decide our aim, we can decide our mission, we can decide our vision, etc. point we can complete with the help of objective of aim. Clear? Now the second objective is macro objective. Macro objective is ultimately overall objective of the business. Which types of questions can give the answer related to the macro objective? For example, we can say that consumer oriented profitable business or market oriented profitable business. Which types of business must be there, like which orientations of the business must be there? So we can get the answer of macro objective, and we can clear the answer of macro objective of the business. third objective or in a third layer of the objective is main department's objective. There are many departments in the organization, but which department cover which area, which goal, etc. point cover under the question, like to obtain 20% return on an investment of capital in a particular area. So we can get the answers from that main of department's objective. Fourth one is main sectional objective. So which types of answer must be we have to get from the organization, like it is the example, like to manufacture and sell 5 lakh units in the year of 2010. So this is the example of how we are getting the fourth objective, main sectional objective. Like in the fifth sub-department objective, like here objective, effective use of resources, efficient use of machineries, employees, etc. part of the effective use of resources. So these types of point give the answer related to the sub-department's objective. Sixth objective is objectives of working group, like in a teamwork, in a team spirit, in a group, etc. point can give the answer of objective of working in a group. Seventh point, individual objective or individual's way of objective in the organization, because every employees in the organization are focusing to the individual side, like they want salary, profit, etc. So which types of questions we can get to get cooperation and obtain result. The management can become successful only if the objectives are determined in sequential hierarchy order as shown in the above figure. And they are implemented in the organization in the same manner. With this system, planning becomes effective and the business unit is able to proceed towards its aim. So this is about the hierarchy of objectives. These are the example of objectives. These are the actual aims of every organization, and these are the actual answers of each organization, each objective of the organization. Clear? Now the next point. The next point is about the planning process. The most important questions from second module. Planning process. Most IMP questions for 20 marks questions. Like in the each points we have to work detail, like analysis of opportunity, determining objectives, determining planning premises, data collection, classification and analysis, formulating an assessment of future course, selection of right plan, subsidiary plans, securing cooperation and participation, and at the last assessment of progress. These are the planning process point which we have to learn in detail. Planning is very critical functions of the management. It requires a lot of skill, knowledge, and the form of planning managers, desire of management, staffs, etc. affecting planning. Therefore, planning process may differ from organization to organization, or here we can say that the same level of the planning cannot implement in the every level of the organization, but different organization follow the different level of planning. So planning in small scale business or in family business is quite different from large scale or multinational corporation. Here we are suggesting a planning process which is quite useful at the initial stage of business and with minor changes as per the situation. Okay, so here we can say that planning process can change in every organization, different organization accepting the different planning process. But here whatever points we are going to learn about the planning process, it is one type of common planning process point. So in a many organization it quite useful at the initial stage of the business and with minor changes as per the situation. So first point of the planning process is analysis of opportunity. Here this one, analysis of opportunities, it is the first point of planning process. So analysis of opportunity is awareness of various available opportunities is very important for formulation of planning, so that our plans will get a success to hit the opportunity. It involves the study of possible opportunity, strength and weakness of organization to grab the possible opportunity, benefits and return of possible opportunities, the need of an organization to grab the opportunities. These are the basic 4 points through which we can analyze the opportunity available to the organization, or opportunity available to us as an individual business, or as a private, or as a group. Okay, this analysis will help the planner to frame the objectives and related it with organization and its environment. After this step, the other steps of planning process will be performed. So before this point, we cannot start any other points. So first point of the planning process is analysis of opportunity, because in a single organization they have many opportunities to perform, to get, but here we have to analyze the opportunity, like which opportunity is best, how it is best, what is the possibility, etc, etc. But like there are 4 points through which we can analyze the opportunity, like possible opportunities, how many opportunities available to us, like this is called possible opportunities. Second one is strength and weakness of the organization to grab the possible opportunities, or we can say that whatever opportunities we are seeing in the organization, but which is the best for the organization. What are the strength and weakness of the organization? On the basis of we can decide. Third one is benefit and return of a possible opportunity. What is the benefit we are able to getting from this opportunity? And fourth one is the need of an organization to grab the opportunity. What is the actual need of the organization to grab this opportunity? So these are the point through which we can analyze the opportunity. So first point is analysis of opportunity. Clear? Second is determining objectives. Determining objectives, objective નક્કી કરવા. પહેલામાં શું હતું? ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી જે છે, તક જે છે એનું એનાલિસિસ કરવું. કઈ તક છે, કઈ ટાઈપની તક છે, કઈ રીતે એને હાસિલ કરવું, એ બધું એનાલિસિસની અંદર આવશે. સેકન્ડ છે ડિટરમાઇનિંગ ઓબ્જેક્ટિવ્સ, એટલે કે ધ્યેય નક્કી કરવા. કોના? ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશન. So second point, determining objectives. At this stage, management sets the main objective by analyzing various opportunity, or we can say that after completing the first step of the process of planning, analysis of opportunity, now it is the second step to determine the objective. This organizational objective will specify all key result areas and benefits that may be expected by the enterprise. It includes here in the determining objective includes what is to be achieved, એટલે કે શું અચીવ કરવું છે, where actions should initiate, ક્યાંથી આપણા પ્રયત્નો શરૂ કરવા છે, who will perform a particular action, કોણ કયું કામ કરશે, કયા પ્રકારનું કામ કોણ કરશે તે ડિસાઇડ કરો, how the action will be performed, કઈ રીતે આપણે કાર્ય ઇમ્પ્લિમેન્ટ કરવા છે, શરૂઆત કરવી છે, when the action should be accomplished, એટલે કે આપણે જે એક્શન લઈએ છીએ તે ક્યારે પૂરા થશે. The organizational objective provides direction to all major divisions and sub-departments. Objectives can be of long-term and short-term or immediate objectives. આપણે કહી શકીએ છીએ short term objective, long term objective or medium term objective હોઈ શકે છે. It can also be divided into main objectives and subsidiary objective. આપણું main objective હોય એના બી sub objective હોય છે. ઓકે, સો એ રીતે આમાં બી ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશનમાં હોય છે. Here Frederick Taylor and Beach listed out some major organizational objectives, like profit earning is the objective, like investment analysis is the objective, employment is the objective, providing quality goods and services to the society is also the objective. We can determine provide proper return to employees and give social satisfaction to the employees. So here we can say that these are the points which given by the Beach, L. Bridge list out the some major organizational objectives. Clear? Determining objective એટલે કે ધ્યેય નક્કી કરવા ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશનના. ઓકે, ક્લિયર till here? Third point, determining planning premises. Before going to explain this point, I would like to explain you the point of planning and premises. Planning, we are fully aware, like planning is the process, is whatever actions we are going to perform in the future, we are deciding in the present, it's called planning. Premises is nothing but a place, area where we are going to put our actual work. આપણે જે એકચ્યુઅલમાં વર્ક કરવા જઈ રહ્યા છે તેની ફિઝિકલ જગ્યા બી આપણે કહી શકીએ છીએ, અથવા તે જગ્યાને કે જ્યાં કામ થશે, કામનું પરફોર્મન્સ જોવામાં આવશે, એને પ્રિમાઇસીસ કહીએ છીએ. સો થર્ડ સ્ટેપ ઇઝ આપણે ડિસાઇડ કરવું કે આપણે કઈ એક્ટિવિટીઝ કરવા માગીએ છીએ અને એ એક્ટિવિટીઝ આપણે ક્યાં કરવા માગીએ છીએ તે જગ્યા નક્કી કરવી, તેને આપણે કહીશું ડિટરમાઇનિંગ પ્લાનિંગ પ્રિમાઇસીસ. ક્લિયર? આનું સેપરેટ ક્વેશ્ચન્સ બી આવશે, ડિટરમાઇનિંગ પ્લાનિંગ પ્રિમાઇસીસ. સો third steps, determining planning premises. After setting organizational objectives, the next step is to determining planning premises. Planning is future oriented activity. The planning premises are certain assumptions about the future conditions under which planning activities will be performed. These premises are of three types. There are three types of premises. આમાં આપણે કહી શકીએ છીએ કે જગ્યા અથવા કઈ રીતે આપણે એને ઇમ્પ્લિમેન્ટ કરવા જઈ રહ્યા છીએ એને પ્રિમાઇસીસ કહે છે. કંટ્રોલેબલ પ્રિમાઇસીસ, અનકંટ્રોલેબલ પ્રિમાઇસીસ અને સેમી કંટ્રોલેબલ પ્રિમાઇસીસ, આ એમના એક્ઝામ્પલ છે. જેમ કે અનકંટ્રોલેબલ પ્રિમાઇસીસમાં આપણે કહીશું પોપ્યુલેશન ટ્રેન્ડ, પ્રાઇસ લેવલ, ટેક્સ, ગવર્મેન્ટ પોલિસી, કે આપણે જ્યાં બી કામ કરશું ત્યાં આ જે એક્ટિવિટીઝ આપણા જોડે થશે એને આપણે કંટ્રોલ કરી શકતા નથી. સેમી કંટ્રોલેબલ એટલે કે આપણે કહી શકશું આપણા કોમ્પિટિટર છે, પ્રોડક્ટ પોલિસી છે, લેબર ઇફિશિયન્સી છે, આને આપણે અમુક હદ સુધી કંટ્રોલ કરી શકશું જ્યાં કામ કરવા જઈ રહ્યા છે પ્રિમાઇસીસમાં, તો એ સેમી કંટ્રોલેબલ પ્રિમાઇસીસ થશે. કંટ્રોલેબલ પ્રિમાઇસીસ એટલે કે આપણે પૂરી રીતથી આપણે તે વર્કને, એ જગ્યાને આપણે કંટ્રોલમાં રાખી શકીએ છીએ. જેમ કે પ્લાનિંગ પ્રિમાઇસીસ આર ટોટલી બેઝડ ઓન ફોરકાસ્ટિંગ સ્કિલ ઓફ મેનેજર્સ. આપણે એમાં લઈ શકીએ છીએ એક્ઝામ્પલ, આપણે ખુદની ઇન્ટરનલ પ્રિમાઇસીસ, કંપની પોલિસી છે, પ્લાન્ટ કેપેસિટી છે, આ બધા આપણે કંટ્રોલ કરી શકીએ છીએ. સો ઇટ ઇઝ ધી પોઈન્ટ ઓફ ડિટરમાઇનિંગ પ્લાનિંગ premises. Under that there are 3 points: uncontrollable premises, semi controllable premises and controllable premises. Clear? Fourth point, data collection, classification and analysis. This point, okay. So fourth point is data collection, classification and analysis. Planning can only be made efficient if the data related to premises are properly collected. Only data collection is not useful. The data should be related and reliable for making proper planning. All this collected data should be properly grouped and classified as per required plans. Afterwards, all this data should be properly evaluated and interpreted to check cause-effect relationship on પ્લાનિંગ. આપણે કહી શકીએ છીએ કે જે બી પ્રિમાઇસીસ આપણે નક્કી કરીએ છીએ, જે બી ઓબ્જેક્ટિવ આપણે નક્કી કરીએ છીએ, જે બી કામ કરવાની જગ્યા, કામ કરવાની મેથડ, ક્યાં કામ થશે, કેવી રીતના કામ થશે, એ આપણે ડિટરમિનિંગ પ્લાનિંગ પ્રિમાઇસીસમાં નક્કી કરીએ છીએ. હવે એના રિલેટેડ આપણને ડેટા કલેક્ટ કરવા, એના જ રિલેટેડ આપણને ડેટા કલેક્ટ કરવા અને એ ડેટાનું એનાલિસિસ કરવું. કોના રિલેટેડ? કે આપણે ક્યાં કેવું કામ કરવાના છીએ, કઈ રીતે કામ કરવાના છીએ એ નક્કી કરીએ છીએ પ્લાનિંગ પ્રિમાઇસીસની અંદર. એ પ્લાનિંગ પ્રિમાઇસીસ રિલેટેડ ડેટા કલેક્ટ કરવા, ક્લાસિફાઈ કરવા અને એનું એનાલિસિસ કરવું. ક્લિયર? નાવ ધ ફિફ્થ પોઈન્ટ, formulating an assessment of future course. At this stage, various alternative plans will be framed based on organizational objective and planning premises. These alternative plans gives a direction that objectives can be achieved in many ways. For example, objectives of organization development Al- Alternative plans, expansion of business in the same field, diversification of business in the different field, partnership or merger with another firm, etc. The main task of manager is not just to develop alternative but to select best alternative from the given choice. All these alternatives cannot be further considered. It has to be evaluated properly. After developing various alternatives, all these alternatives are evaluated based on achievements of organizational objectives with reference to ability and available resources, because all alternatives have certain plus points and certain minus points. For example, from above alternatives, diversification may require heavy investment, it is the minus point, but it develop new market for the firm, it is the positive point. Like we are focusing on the expansion of the business, when the investment which required, it is the negative point for the organization, but whatever opportunity we are going to grab from the market, it is the positive point for the organization. So expansion require less investment, it is the positive point, but it restrict firm's business, it is the negative point. All these alternative plans faces of future challenges of uncertainty. Modern management requires sharp intellectual tactics, knowledge of various sophisticated management techniques like operations, research, probability, linear programming, etc. etc. ક્લિયર. સો ફોર્મ્યુલેટિંગ એન્ડ એસેસમેન્ટ ઓફ ફ્યુચર કોર્સ ઓફ એક્શન, એટલે કે આપણે ડિસાઇડ કરવા કે કયા ટાઈપની એક્શન લેવા છે, કઈ રીતે એક્શન લેવા છે એ ડિસાઇડ કરવા અને એને એસેમ્બલ કરવા ફ્યુચરના એક્શન માટે, એને ફોર્મ્યુલેટિંગ એન્ડ એસેસમેન્ટ ઓફ ફ્યુચર કોર્સ કહી શકાય છે, અથવા ફ્યુચર કોર્સ ઓફ એક્શન કહી શકાય છે. Now the sixth point, selection of right plan. There are many plans which we have decided in our organization, and this stage we have to decide, we have to select the right one, because there are many plans available to us to implement in the future to get the goal or to achieve the goal of the organization. But which plan is best for the organization, why this plan is best for the organization, out of many options, which option is the best, so selecting the right plan for us. So here selection of right plan, after the assessment of all the alternative plans, the most favorable plans have to be selected. For proper evaluations and assessment, statistical and mathematical techniques can also be used. There are various selection criteria for the plans like cost efficient, profitable, development, change, etc. This is a decision making stage which require careful study of all the relevant issue. It may be possible that more than one alternative plan is appropriate for the particular concern objective. At that time, one has to analyze these alternatives with reference to planning premises and consider the best fitted plan. The remaining plan should be kept as a backup contingency plan which can be applied in changing situations. Here we can say that we have decided many plans, out of which we have to select only one plans, and other plans can put as a backup plans, and as per the contingency situations we have to implement that plans. Emergency સમય આપણે જે બી સિચ્યુએશન પ્રમાણે ગમે તે પ્લાનનો પછી આપણે ફ્યુચરમાં ઉપયોગ કરી શકીએ છીએ. પણ હમણાં ફ્યુચર પૂરતો કોઈ પણ એક પ્લાનને સિલેક્ટ કરીએ છીએ અને એને ઇમ્પ્લિમેન્ટ કરીએ છીએ, અને બીજા જે વધારાના પ્લાન આપણે ડિસાઇડ કરેલા હતા એને બેકઅપ તરીકે રાખીએ છીએ, અને સિચ્યુએશન પ્રમાણે ઉપયોગ કરવાની જરૂર પડશે ત્યારે ઉપયોગ કરાશે. ઓકે, જેને આપણે સબસિડિયરી પ્લાન તરીકે અલગથી પોઈન્ટ પાડી શકીએ છીએ. ક્લિયર. તો એમાં જોઈ લઈએ છીએ આપણે સબસિડિયરી પ્લાન્સ ઓર ફોર્મ્યુલેટિંગ derivatives or subsidiary plans. After formulating the basic plan, the next step is to frame various supplementary plans based on this basic plan. There are various supplementary plans in an organization like raw material planning, production planning, sales planning, composition planning, budgetary planning, etc. These plans are required to be formulated for every department. Clear. Now the next point is, at આઠ નંબરના પોઈન્ટમાં આવશે સિક્યોરિંગ કોઓપરેશન એન્ડ પાર્ટિસિપેશન. For successful implementation of a plan, honest efforts and cooperations of all the employees are required. Management has to consider all the suggestions, ideas, views, complaints, etc. from all the concerned employees and remove all defects if there is from the plans. In this way, employees feel involved and motivated, which help to make efficient plan have to be set in an atmosphere of close participation and high degree of concurrent or cons. Here the cons has given these definitions like securing cooperations and participations. We have to give maximum opportunity to our employees to participate in the decision level of the organization, in the decision area of the organization, so that we can get the maximum plan get successful probability. So securing cooperation among the employees and give chance to the every employees in the every department of the organization to participate in the decision area of the organization. Now the last step, assessment of progress. એટલે કે આપણે ચેક કરતું રહેવું જોઈએ કે આપણે જે પ્રમાણે પ્લાન કરેલું છે એ પ્રમાણે વર્ક થાય છે કે નહીં, એ પ્રમાણે આપણે આગળ વધીએ છીએ કે નહીં. સમયાંતરે એ ચેક કરવાની પ્રોસેસ, અને જો એ પ્રમાણે આપણે નથી વધતા તો ક્યાં કરેક્ટિવ એક્શન લેવા જોઈએ એના પર ફોકસ કરવાની પ્રોસેસ. એ શેમાં કવર થશે? એસેસમેન્ટ ઓફ progress. So assessment of progress, plan have to be regularly assessed and verified to ensure the relevance and its effectiveness. The success and failure of plan depends upon this factor. After implementation of a plan, it should be frequently assessed, and if there is any requirement, then corrective steps can be taken, and the same time it is a continuous process. Okay, સમયાંતરે કન્ટિન્યુઅસલી આપણે જે પ્લાન કરેલું છે એ પ્રમાણે કામ થાય છે કે નહીં તે તપાસ કરતું રહેવું જોઈએ. જો એ પ્રમાણે કામ ના થતું હોય તો કરેક્ટિવ એક્શન સમયાંતરે લેવા જોઈએ. એ ટાઈપની એક્ટિવિટીઝને કયા સ્ટેપ્સમાં કવર કરીએ છીએ? પ્લાનિંગના એસેસમેન્ટ ઓફ પ્રોગ્રેસની અંદર આપણે કવર કરીએ છીએ. તો આ હતા ટોટલ 9 પ્લાનિંગ પ્રોસેસના પોઈન્ટ. પ્લાનિંગ પ્રોસેસની અંદર 9 પોઈન્ટ આવે છે. There are 9 points covered under the planning process. Which are these 9 points here? There is a brief idea about the questions like analysis of opportunity, that is the first point of the planning process. Now then, determining objective, third one is determining planning premises, then data collection and classification and analysis, like, and then formulating an assessment of future course of action, selection of right plan, subsidiary plans, securing cooperation and participation, assessment of progress. These are the 9 basic points of planning process. Clear till here? If any students have any doubts in these questions, this is the most important questions for your examination, please feel free to ask. I will solve your doubts. I will solve your all doubts. Okay? So feel free to ask if you have any doubts. So that's all for today's lecture. In the next lecture, we will discuss about the planning premises. Clear? Thank you.